Good day, my name is Alejandro Mendez. I'm a football video analyst, and today we're breaking down Spain versus Cape Verde. Spain had 27 shots, 74% of possession, 11 corners, 1 crossbar, and 0 goals. Spain, the reigning European champions, they were completely and utterly shut out by Cape Verde in the biggest shock of the 2026 World Cup so far. Vozinha, 40 years old, 7 saves, and one of the greatest individual goalkeeping performances in the World Cup history. This is exactly how a nation of just half a million people stunned the world. Now, I want to understand and just let you guys know about the profiles that we're talking about. First of all, we have Luis de la Fuente, 63-year-old, the Spanish coach who just won the Euro 2024, came to Atlanta with the most technically gifted squad in this tournament. Pedri, Rodri, Gavi, Fabian Ruiz in the midfield, Ferran Torres, Oyarzabal, and on the bench, recovering from a hamstring injury, Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams, the two most dangerous white players in European football so far. De La Fuente's decision to bench both Yamal and Williams, it's understandable. I mean, he's given them some time to try to reach their fitness levels. But that will prove to be the defining call of this match. Spain were handed back to a toothless attacking structure that simply could not find their way through. In the other case, we have Bubista, 59-year-old, the Cape Verdean manager who has built something extraordinary with a nation making its very first World Cup appearance. Cape Verde are ranked 63 in the world, and they had never qualified for a World Cup before this tournament. And today in Atlanta, they held the European champions goalless for 95 minutes. This is one of the most remarkable results in the World Cup history. Now, I want to talk about the formations. Spain played with a 4-3-3, Unai Simon on goal, Llorente, Laporte, Cubarsí, and Cucurella in the back four, the midfield trio, Ruiz, Rodri as the pivot, and Pedri, and the front three, we have Ferran Torres, Oyarzabal, and Gavi. With Bubista, we have a 4-5-1. All 10 outfield players were behind the ball. They were organized and compact. Okay, so in multiple cases, Spain faced a wall of 10 and they spent 95 minutes trying to find a way through it. Now, I just want to understand. I give you guys the takeaways from this whole match. Okay, first of all, Spain without Lamine and without Williams, they are fundamentally different team. This is the most important tactical lesson from this match, and it's we cannot oversee it. Okay, in the Euro 2024, Yamal and Williams playing as wide forwards in Spain 4-3-3 contributed to 11 goals combined in the tournament. Their pacing behind, their directness, their ability to beat defenders one on one, it pulled defenses apart in ways no combination pass can replicate. Without them, Spain's front three of Torres, Oyarzabal, and Gavi was technically excellent, but fundamentally slow and one-dimensional. They combined beautifully, but never threatened in behind a compact 4-5-1 block like the Cape Verde deploy. It's specifically designed to nullify that kind of central combination. Playing with Yamal and Lamine, it will help a lot. But even with 70% of their fitnesses, this match it will be kind of hard for them. Maybe in Luis de la Fuente, I think that it was okay to leave them on the bench at least for this game, give them an extra week because even then with them at 80 or 85%, this match will end 3-0 for Spain. Without them, it's 0-0, and this is how significant these two players are. Now, we also want to talk about Vozinha. Okay, we need to understand that in this World Cup we have seen Angus Gunn, Patrick Beach, Beiran Van, and now Vozinha. This World Cup has already produced extraordinary goalkeeping moments, but Vozinha's surpasses all of them. At 40 years old and 4 months old, he's the oldest outfield contributor in this tournament as for the goalkeepers, and he made 7 saves, every one of them technically superb. His positioning, his handling, his decision making under the most intense pressure a Cape Verdean player has ever experienced. It was a completely flawless performance. His save from Oyarzabal in the 35th minute, diving full length to his right, was a really good save as well. His aerial command from Laporte's header was the composure of a goalkeeper at the absolute peak of his powers. Vozinha has been playing professional football since 2004. 22 years of professional football led to this moment, and he delivered perfectly. Now, De La Fuente's substitution. With De La Fuentes and Luis De La Fuentes, he waited the 70th minute to introduce Lamine Yamal. He waited until the 81st minute to bring Nico Williams. In a match where Spain created chances but lacked directness, in behind from minute one, the obvious adjustments was halftime. Cape Verdean Cape Verde's defense was showing gaps by the 55th minute as the fatigue set in. Okay, a 45th minute introduction of Yamal could have changed the match completely. Instead, De La Fuente kept the same 11 that was clearly struggling for the entire first half and most of the second. That is the fundamental coaching failure of this match, and it's the kind of decision that could haunt Spain's entire tournament if they don't recover from this quickly. Spain plays Saudi Arabia next. Saudi Arabia, who drew with Uruguay in the Group H, is now completely alive. Now, Spain 0, Cape Verde 0. One of the greatest results in the World Cup history for a debutant nation, and the first 0-0 result in this World Cup. One of the most concerning opening performances from a super favorite since Germany in 2018. Group H standings, all four teams have 1 point, and every match now is a must win for Spain. Spain cannot drop points again, and Cape Verde with Vozinha in the form cannot be written off by anyone. My name is Alejandro Mendes. Please subscribe, like, and comment. It will help me a lot. I'll see you in the next breakdown.